Hey, so Amazon PPC tips and tricks. We're going to share some of those tips and tricks in this video so you, the viewer, can take these ideas, these tips, tricks, and implement in your own Amazon PPC so you can hopefully get better results with your PPC and, of course, get more sales on Amazon and grow your business. I'm here with Adrian and Kris, guys from agency called Amvisible, and also software for Amazon PPC automation called AdFixer. So we're going to have the links to all the mentioned resources in the description of the video. We're going to have free trial, discounts, a lot of goodies, and other videos with the guys. So Adrian, Kris, can you introduce yourselves? And we're going to share then some tips and tricks for PPC.
Pleasure to meet you. My name is Hristo. I'm a co-founder of AdFixer and Amvisible. This is my colleague Adrian.
Yeah, I'm Adrian. We both started this thing together. It's a pleasure to meet you again. I think people are gonna see that we're in other videos also.
yeah, we're gonna link them in the description. We did a few videos, and but yeah, guys, it's good to have you here. It's pretty fun recording as well. So, but yeah, I mean, Amazon PPC sellers are using it. I'm a seller myself. We're using it in our Amazon business. But what are some cool tips and tricks you can share with us, please, so people can actually implement them and maybe get better results? So what do you have there, please?
Okay, so let's see. First thing that comes to mind, I think, is a cool tip is when you look into your data from your PPC campaigns, you need to see if you're selling on top of search or rest of search, and you can focus on where you're selling. So basically, if you're selling on top of search, focus on that, give more budget to that. It works for you, obviously. And if rest of search is working at this moment better, do it like that, go for that. Don't try to sell on top of search if your product isn't ready for that. Something that we've tried and it works is if you want to go only in top of search, put a really low bid on your keyword, a really low bid.
For example, like 10 cents.
Even less, and then put 900% top of search. That way you will only be ranking on top of search for this keyword and you won't be spending on rest of search. Yeah, I think that's a cool way to go for it. Let's say we're gonna take a case when you have higher margins and you have more budget for your PPC. Basically, if you can differentiate your product, you have your own product, it's the same product, but you put it up for different purposes. This way you have the same product, but in different listings with different ASINs. Yeah, and you can go all in top of search and you can dominate top of search with all of your products. Or even if you have similar products, not exactly the same one, but similar products, you can dominate the top of search. So it's basically only you. You can do it if you have good products with good reviews, you have competitive pricing, high margins. You have to fill a lot of criteria before you do this strategy. But when you do, it's very good for ranking, for a drastic increase in sales. I would say one other cool tip would be the day parting tool. We covered it up in one of our videos, but I think it's really important to mention because what we have seen for some of our products, we sell only in certain parts of the day, and you have to use the day parting tool in Amazon to increase your bids in those times of the day and also decrease them in the times that you're not selling. So if you blow all your budget in the morning, but all your sales are happening at the evening, you have to concentrate on the evening. You have to even give higher budgets to that, higher bids, and also lower bids on the morning because you're not generating sales there. So I would say that's something that we do in our practice. An alternative to the dominating the top of search and also the first page, if you have a lower budget or lower margin, a thing that you can do is put all of your products into one variation. So if they're similar, if there is let's say they're in different sizes, they're in different colors, something like that, you can put it in a variation and only focus your advertising budget on one ASIN. And through that ASIN, people are gonna look into the other ones, because if you have 10 products in your own 10 different campaigns for 10 different products, is gonna be a lot more budget than focusing 50% of that budget into one ASIN that's gonna boost all the other ones. That way, they all share the reviews, they all share the rank, so you can easily go into top 100 of that category with this strategy. You're not gonna rank all of your products by themselves, but if you have lower margins, if you have lower budget, you can do that. That's also an alternative. Yeah.
Solid tips, man.
And also one more tip, like you say, like you're mid-wage, you're selling already, you have good reviews. You can do a strategy where you put like other competitors as a keyword and you rank on below them. And if you have more reviews and a better product than them, and you're sure that, put them there, and you're gonna see yourself on bottom of them, if they may prefer you or them. So that's a strategy to get some more sales.
Yeah, and also we mentioned also in one of our other videos is we can do defensive campaigns. So we put our products against our own products. So whenever user clicks on our product, they might go to another product of ours, which we technically pay for the click, but still they don't go to competition. So maybe they would buy from us, maybe some other product that we have, and they're not going to buy from the competition. That means the competition is not going to rank as well. So kind of we're defending our overall positions there and all that stuff. Anything else, guys, that you have in mind about tips and tricks for PPC, even though you've already shared pretty solid stuff?
Well, I would add a little bit of information here. It's not so much as a tip as something that people don't always do. A lot of people, when they do broad and phrase type matches for keywords, they see, let's say, I don't know, we're in the bedlinen example, so we're going to go with that. They're going to type in bedlinen as a broad or phrase, and they're solely going to look into the ACOS, the spend, the sales, and stuff like that. They won't go into the search terms because with one keyword in broad and phrase, you have a lot of search terms. And those search terms are actually what you should be looking into, because if a keyword has 70-80% ACOS, it might be because of one search term that you need to add into negative. And after you add that search term into negative, it's gonna be like 20, 25, 30%. So you need to look into that. You can go from the search terms report in the advertising console, or you can do it, in every campaign. You can do that through the console or through the reports in CSV files, whatever works best for you. We prefer the search terms report in the CSV because you have a more overall look of the information, and you can go into different metrics there easier. But some people prefer just going into the ad groups, going into the search terms from the console directly. Whatever works for them. But negative keywords, that's something very, very, very important that should be looked into.
Pretty cool. I'll throw in another one, which is not directly related to PPC, but it can help maybe improve A/B test main image. So you can try A/B testing with some software. So you can try to see, before you change it on Amazon, actually. You can try it on Amazon itself, but maybe it would be a good idea to test it a bit before that. So maybe when you put it on Amazon straight away, you're going to have a bit better results. So you can try to A/B test the picture for main picture and see what comes out of this test. And something that helped us a little bit also with CTR, I'll say, I'm not sure if it's legal by terms of Amazon, but so you need to test it carefully. You can add to your main picture, we call it the hanger. So let's say if we have this little hanger hanging, maybe, again, I don't know how it is in the bed sheets, but let's say it's you have kitchen scissors, and you can show the scissors with a little hanger that maybe actually the product has, maybe not. Hanger means something that is connected, like a little carton piece connected to the product that says maybe something catchy. Maybe it has kitchen scissors lifetime warranty, something like this. And I've seen that the Amazon didn't have problems with adding these things, but again, it might delist the image or not delist, but maybe suppress for a while the ASIN. But this way you can have nice CTR just by adding, instead of only white background and the product, you add this insert kind of, or hanger with some keywords written on it that are relevant and something that maybe is beneficial to the viewer and the Amazon shopper. So this can help. So basically, playing with the main image, and then it might have an effect on PPC because eventually you might have more CTR, lower, spent or whatever, or just better results, lower ACOS, whatnot. So
you have to check your categories. Some categories allow tips like this. You can do that. In the bedline, you can show not only the sheet and the white image, the white background. You can actually show in a room how it's gonna fit in the room. So can people imagine it? So that's allowed in our category. You have to check other stuff if your category can apply this.
The main thing with this, when the main image is a room, is that when all the other ones are with white background, your image seems bigger and it's more eye-catching. So even if the picture is not that great, that amazing of the room, let's say you do it with a mock-up, the mock-up is not that great, but it's so eye-catching because all the other ones are gonna seem very small next to you when you have the full image with colors and everything. So even these tiny things that a lot of people think are tiny can boost sales by a significant amount. You said it amazingly. A/B test everything, keep it track, look at the data. That's the right way to go at it.
Yeah, can help with the Amazon PPC. Any other tips, tricks, guys, that you have in mind for our viewers? While you might be thinking, I will mention that we have the links to your agency in the description. We have link to your Amazon PPC automation software in the description with different benefits throughout these links. And also we have other videos that we've created together if people want to dive deeper into PPC. And like we kind of already lost about exactly the topics we did, but we're going to have them listed in the description. So this can be useful for our viewers. But any other tips and tricks, guys? What do you think?
Tricks, I don't know. Maybe a tip. I've talked about it in the other videos, but I think it's important to know you have to have a strategy. You have to have a structure. Think about everything before you do PPC campaigns, because a lot of the times you're going to be thinking they aren't working, but it's just not proper structure. You need to have a flow. You need to have for almost every product, you need to have a whole funnel. You need to test a lot of keywords. You need to see which one are working. You need to go look at the search terms, move them up as exact in other campaigns. Look if a certain keyword blows away your budget. It doesn't let other keywords prove themselves. You have to take 1,000 things into account before you make a decision. You really have to go and look at the data before you do anything. And even after that, you have to always A/B test and try new things. And
yeah, and also in the description we have your software that can help us with this automatically with basically crafting this strategy. It's already kind of built within the software, so a user plugs in their Seller Central. We have a tutorial for that in the description as well, where it's more clear. Although while I'm speaking here, we might add actually how it looks from that other video. So we connect the shop, we start the creation of the campaign, we choose like, do we want it to be more aggressive campaign or less aggressive or like normal type of campaign in terms of spend. Yeah, so maybe also you need to think what level of funnel you are in with your products. So if you're launching, it might be a bit different, you might go a bit more aggressively, but the software will help us do it automatically. So it will create the necessary campaigns for each stage of the phase we're at. It will keep optimizing them. Yeah, pretty cool.
Have a free book meeting, like it's totally free.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to mention as well. Yeah, you have also this. Can you share what that is all about, Kris? Like basically, you can help people with guidance kind of thing.
Before we onboard you, like we have to see if your product is ready for a PPC, see everything is done right, and we help you not only with the PPC, but we have help you with the listing, to give you some tips what you should do, how to use the software, how to maximize it before you even launch a campaign. That's why we have a free trial period of 14 days. If we didn't manage to do that, we'll give you another 14 days. You start a campaign, you can test it, and then you can see the whole consultation is about me and them go through your product, choose strategy, and overall help you with everything before we start the campaign.
Pretty awesome. So we're going to have the links in the description for the software, but also for the agency that you have with the free trial and the discount that's recurring, which is pretty cool. And yeah, thank you guys for sharing your tips. Thank you for the viewers for listening to us, being with us, and have a good day.
Yeah, thank you again.